Hey, good morning and welcome to the fourth hour. I'm a little bit frazzled. I apologize. I know I'm late. No, I'm late. I had everything all set up, and then you go, and suddenly the mic's not working. I haven't changed any settings. The computer, I just restarted the computer this morning. I haven't changed any settings. Nothing's changed, and nothing. I can't. Checking, double checking. I got everything's. So I got to reboot the computer. I go, but I got to go back and find all the stories that I had set up for you. So I'm sorry to be late. It is great to have you along, though. I really appreciate having you here. So let's get after it and let's see what's happening this morning. The big story is with Donald Trump endorsing Mike Johnson. Here we go, and we will. Yeah, is that what's going on? Steve says Windows constantly changes my mic and speakers after restarts. So yeah, it's I restarted it and everything is up and running, and I'm getting audio where I wasn't before. So it's I'm just not used to this. All right, Donald Trump is endorsing Mike Johnson for Speaker of the House. And so it's going to be tough. You've got some who are holdouts, still don't want to vote for Mike Johnson. Donald Trump said on True Social, Speaker Mike Johnson is a good, hardworking, religious man. He will do the right thing. We will continue to win. Mike has my complete and total endorsement. MAGA, Trump says. It's not winning over some. Some it is. Matt Gaetz saying that talking about Trump endorsing Johnson is art of the deal level practicality. We could never have held up McCarthy 2 years ago for concessions if a Trump certification hung in the balance. Now it does. We were able to hold up McCarthy because Republican voters weren't all that eager to see us getting back to being Biden's bitch. So he's saying the resistance to Johnson is now futile, coining a line from the Borg. So, but others, and this is Representative Thomas Massey. I don't know that I understand some of this, but Massey said his endorsement of Mike Johnson is going to work out about as well as his endorsement of Speaker Paul Ryan. But again, if you don't understand Donald Trump, if you don't realize that Donald Trump is not the guy that he was when he first came to Washington, he is not the same guy. And if Massey doesn't understand that, then frankly, I don't think he belongs in Congress, because I think that has been made very, very clear that Donald Trump is not the same guy. You and I have talked about this. He is not the same guy coming into a second term that he was when he first came into Washington, D.C. So Massey trying to kick that in Donald Trump's face, I think, is a big mistake. All right, other stories I wanted to share with you this morning. I got a few others. And I had these all, it's really lined up, and with my computer then needing a reboot. Let's talk about what's going on with Meta. I'm curious as to how you would feel about this. Meta planning to bring more AI generated users to Facebook and Instagram. Now, a good number of you are watching on YouTube. I also have a good number of followers on Facebook. In fact, I have a much greater number of followers on Facebook. So Meta is planning to flood their platforms with AI characters, complete with bios, in an attempt to drive engagement with real human users on the platforms. How do you feel about this? The idea here is to make the apps more entertaining and engaging. So engaging with AI users, artificial intelligence, rather than real people. How do you feel about that? I'd love to hear your comments. Feel free to comment on this. But it just makes you wonder, will we get to a point where it's just simply AI on social media and real humans will say, "No, thank you. Been there, done that. I'm done with that." Yeah, Steve. Yeah, just what social media needs, more bots. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. AI generated bots. That is a little bit crazy. Um, oh, there is a story involving, you remember the energy drink. It's making a comeback 40 years later. This is Jolt. Do you remember Jolt? I think a lot of you old who are older like me will remember Jolt Cola. It will have triple the caffeine content that it had 40 years ago. Wow. Wow, that is a lot of as you remember Jolt at the time in the 1980s, this is before Red Bull and Monster. Um, the caffeine content was incredibly high, about 72 milligrams. So a normal can of Coke, double that. Pretty high amount of caffeine. And so now they're jazzing it up, trying to compete with some of the so Jolt Cola, all the sugar and twice the caffeine. Can I say no to all of the above there? It's just what I need. Shared the photo. Remember the guy from Mad TV who was caffeinated? He had the bug eyes out. That's how I think that's how I would feel if I were to drink that. All right, let's see what else I've got for you this morning. J.K. Rowling, the J.K. Rowling has made a comment. She said there are no trans kids, no child is in the wrong body. And so she has been a target a lot of transgenders who have targeted J.K. Rowling, have been upset with the things that she has said, and so this is the latest, and it's kind of starting all over again. I mean, she's done this repeatedly. Rowling has, and that's not meant to be a criticism of Rowling. This is something she feels very strongly about. She hit out at adults, including parents, teachers, even surgeons. She said, "These are only adults like you prepared to sacrifice the health of minors to bolster your belief in an ideology that will end up wreaking more harm than lobotomies and false memory syndrome combined," she said. And she went on talking about schools taking aim at them, highlighting struggles of parents and what they're going through with all of this. This continues to be a big issue. So there have been a number of calls of boycotts. She has received death threats, and she is not backing off of this at all. It's something that she believes in very, very strongly. Also, okay, I'm trying to take a look at some of your comments. John, John says, we're talking about Jolt Cola. You could feel your hair grow with that stuff, even you, Craig. No, no, I've tried everything. Melissa's saying I would explode. No kidding. That much Jolt Cola? Yeah, no thanks. That's a hard pass on that. Okay. Um, have you seen this? I don't know what this is about. Will Ferrell dressing as his elf character at an NHL game. I saw these photos of Will Ferrell yesterday. Does he look happy to you? I don't know that Will Ferrell looks like a cigarette hanging out of his mouth. You never know with him what you're seeing is that really, is he really that unhappy? Is he just playing, playing to the camera? Is he I have no idea. Obviously, but it's a pretty funny. So you may have seen this. He attended the Philadelphia Flyers Los Angeles Kings hockey game dressed as his elf character, Buddy. I just love that photo. I think that's why I'm sharing that. Just made me laugh this morning. Another story that I wanted to share, and this is, I think, bad news that we hear that Linda Lavin has passed away. Old timers like me will remember Linda Lavin as the star of Alice. So she died at the age of 87 on Sunday, is when she passed away. Recently discovered lung cancer, according to her representative. So Linda Lavin has died at the age of 87. I always enjoyed that show, Alice, at the time. And I honestly, I don't know that it's got a lot of rewatchability. I have not watched it since, but I remember when I was young, I really, really loved Linda Lavin and that show. It was just such a great show. You had great characters on that show, on Alice. So it's, I'm sorry to hear about the death of Linda Lavin at the age of 87. That's a pretty good run, I think. At least I feel that way at the age of 61. So we bid farewell to Linda Lavin. Also, let me give you an update on what's going on with the Steve, kiss my grits. Yeah. Among the many sayings from that show. Okay. Oh, I wanted to give you an update on Heroes Behind the Badges. I am not going to share that. I just wanted to tell you what's going on. So, Sioux Falls Fire is ahead. 425. This is the Heroes Behind the Badges blood drive that continues. Sioux Falls Fire is ahead at the moment. 425 donations. Sioux Falls Police at 378. For those of you like me who have difficulty doing the math quickly, that's a 47 vote difference. So today, if you want to participate in Heroes Behind the Badges, they will be at Firehouse Subs East and West. So today at Firehouse Subs East and West, I told you yesterday there were still some openings available. If you would like to give blood, this is a way that you can help out our community, I think, in a big way. It's why I'm giving you daily updates. Coming up this Thursday, they will have 2 blood mobiles at JJ's Wine and Spirits, plus a 3rd blood mobile at Midwest Communications. That's our place, the Keller Radio Building in downtown Sioux Falls. Now, again, that's coming up on Thursday. So Thursday morning, which is also when I return to work on Thursday, I'll be back on the air, back on Kello on Thursday morning. And so the 3rd blood mobile on Thursday will be at right outside our studios at Keller Radio. We're at the corner of 13th and Phillips, downtown Sioux Falls, right across the street from Kellerland TV. Very, very easy to find, and we would love to have you there. The blood mobile will also be at the Washington Pavilion then on Thursday. So you've got, obviously, they're off tomorrow with the New Year's holiday. But then back at it on Thursday. So more opportunities for you to give the Heroes Behind the Badges blood drive. And I hope you'll take advantage of that. I really, really do appreciate it. Also, I want to say a really special thank you to those on social media. Now, specifically, I'm talking about Facebook. I'm on both YouTube and Facebook. And thanks to all of you, regardless of what platform you're watching me on. But as far as the engagement on Facebook, I have a weekly engagement list on Facebook. Facebook comes up with that for me and shows how many, and I can see how many times folks have reacted. And some of you are just absolutely incredible. So I'm just so grateful for all of you. So, Julie Larson, Jason, Harold, Joe, Claudia, Rita, Kathy, Alexis, Judy, and Lori are top engagement. And now again, engagement, Facebook measures engagement for me weekly. So depend from week to week, that number changes. Some have asked about that. Hey, I was part of the week, it changes from week to week. So as folks engage, I try to say a big thank you to all of you, as I appreciate all of you, whether you're on Facebook, whether you're on YouTube. Again, as I have said to a growing number of folks who are on YouTube, I just uh, really appreciate it. And I just want to, how are we doing for time? I totally lost track of time here. I think it's going to be a little bit short today. That's all right. With tonight being New Year's Eve, and this being the last show of the year, um, I want to just say thank you to all of you, whether you're on YouTube, again on Facebook. I appreciate all of you, regardless of what platform you're on, and the engagement has just been incredible. I'm trying to do more on YouTube. Those of you who are watching, and I see based on the comments, a good number of you are responding on YouTube this morning. I think so far all of you are on YouTube that are responding and reacting. Um, I'm really grateful for that. Yesterday, you may have noticed, I went back, diced up the fourth hour, put more shorts on YouTube specifically, and already saw a very small but um, lift in the number of folks that are engaging and following. So I'm really, really grateful for that. So again, as you reach out more and more on YouTube, then you start bringing in folks that, many of you know me from the radio show. That's the base. That's where I'm starting from, starting with my radio show audience. And as I'm doing more of these things on YouTube, I'll be trying to reach out to a little bit broader audience. So a lot of those YouTube shorts and whatever that I wind up posting, they're going to be national versus local stories. Because there are a lot of things to talk about. We wind up doing that on the show anyway, whereas the radio show is going to be more focused, when possible, on local things versus national things. So you will see a little bit different focus from me on YouTube than you're currently seeing, or than you might see, for instance, be used to on the radio show. But that's by design. It's a nationwide audience. It's not just strictly a local audience. And I'm finding that more and more, that I have folks who are listening even to the radio show through the Kello app, or they stream the show at kello.com from across the country. And I'm always amazed by that. And you've heard me say that on the air. I'm always amazed and grateful. Make no mistake, I'm grateful for you, regardless of where you're listening, or just really, really appreciative of all of you. And that's really how I wanted to end this year, is just by saying thank you to all of you. Again, I'm trying out more stuff, and you notice that those of you who follow me on YouTube posted a number of shorts yesterday, went through the fourth hour, boom, took shorter bits and portions of it. I'll be doing that on a regular basis as I try to build up those YouTube numbers. So that'll be my focus heading into the new year, and just try to continue doing great things on the radio show as well. So really, I want to wish you and your family a very, very happy new year. Hope you have a great and a very safe celebration coming up tonight. And I think we'll leave it there for today. I'm going to ask you, as I always do, please hit the like button before you depart. There are very few folks that will actually hit the like button. I see the number of folks who are watching and the number of views that I receive. And of those, it's a very small number that will actually hit the like button. So I want you to know how much I appreciate that little extra effort that you take. Helps me then propel this to even more people and a broader audience. And those of you who are sharing, especially, great number of you who are sharing stuff that I'm posting. Just so appreciative to all of you. Just wanted to say thank you, and a very, very happy new year again. We'll do it again tomorrow on New Year's Day. So we'll take a look back. There's a lot of new year in review kind of stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not that old yet. Seriously, as I get older, time just flies. And last February seems like yesterday to me anyway. So I really don't need that walk back down a lot of the frustrations that I had over the course of the last year. That's what it winds up being for me. I don't know about you. It's like a it's like a walk back, everything that just frustrated the hell out of you during 2024. But there was also a lot of good news, I think. I'm really excited as we move into 2025, and I'm so glad that you're a part of the Greg Belfrage Show and the fourth hour. And I want to wish you a really, really happy new year. You take care, my friend. I'll see you again tomorrow. So long until then, and may God bless.